Hello everyone, welcome to the Innovation in Special Education Technology Least You Need to Know on guided access on the iPad. So for those of you who have iPads at home and you're using them to support at-home learning, there's often a concern about, I want my child to be working on schoolwork, like maybe using the Seesaw app or reading something in iBooks, and maybe not playing Angry Birds or their favorite Apple Arcade game. Guided access can help you with that. So it's an accessibility feature. So if you click on accessibility, so I selected settings, and then accessibility is there underneath general. There are vision, touch, and hearing, and kind of general accessibility features. Guided access is one of them. And so I'm going to select guided access. You'll need to turn it on the first time you want to use it. And so you select it right there. You'll have to create a passcode. I'm going to use something pretty simple. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're good. And so I'll do it one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. You will need to pick something better because your students will definitely figure that out. All right. And now, what guided access does is it allows me to select an app. Let's take iBooks. And let's say I wanted to make sure that my students stayed in iBooks and were focused on just iBooks. I'm going to press the home button here 3 times. 1, 2, 3. You see here where it says guided access is turned on. Up here at the top right, I can click start to begin guided access. I can turn on different options for guided access, which things work and which things don't, time limit. I could set it for a specific amount of time and to make sure that my student stayed on this for, let's say I want to make sure that my student is doing an activity for 15 minutes. Now I have set the time for that. Another thing that we can do in guided access is I can disable certain parts of the screen by drawing a little shape around them. And so you can see there in the bottom right, the student couldn't interact with that part of the screen. This could be really handy for some apps where we see lots of ads or different menu selections, and I want to make sure my student stays exactly in one particular area of an app or an assignment. So I can do that. And then I click start. 1, 2, 3, 4. And here we go. It has a time limit of 15 minutes. My student can still use other accessibility features like speak selection if I want them to.
Visible light is the part of the electromagnetic spectrum, figure below, that humans can see. Visible light includes.
And they can read, they can go through this entire textbook, but they're stuck and they're locked inside the iBooks app. So to go somewhere else, I'll press the home button 3 times. I enter my super secure password, and I've ended guided access for that. But I could go on to, let's say, a different app like, stop being that helpful. So let's take this sight word app. All right, so let's select All right, and so let's go with another educational app. Let's go with Phonics Ninja. So let's say I had a student who we wanted to make sure we stayed just inside Phonics Ninja. I've pressed guided access 3 times to start it.
Bruh.
Well, I'm doing a great job. But I can pause it, and maybe I don't want to have the ability for my student to pause it. One thing I could do is press the home button 3 times. And I can draw a little thing here to gray out that pause button so they don't have that button anymore. There we go. And so let's say that my students completed this and it's time to move on. I can press the guided access button again and let my student go to something different. All right, so that's a few of our tips for the guided access on the iPad. It's part of our series, The Least You Need to Know About Using Different Technologies on Your Own. Thanks so much.